Hey everyone, it's me again, Renee. Today, y'all, I'm dropping in because I do have a question. Who is the real Karen of Love and Marriage Huntsville? Who do you think it is? Do you think it's Tiffany? So, here's why I'm asking. On a recent episode, Tiffany was labeled a Karen, right? But I beg to differ, y'all. There is a Karen in the group, and I happen to think it's a male and not a woman. Because typically, a Karen is considered a middle aged woman. She's blonde and she makes solutions to other problems, an inconvenience to her, although she isn't remotely affected, right? Marceau Scott, in my opinion, is the biggest Karen on the show. So when he made the statement to Tiffany, I said, well, ain't that the pot calling the kettle? Calling the pot, calling the kettle. Because out of all the husbands who stay online in the comment section going back and forth with women, I'll wait. Okay? Marceau Scott. In my opinion, that fool is the biggest Karen on the show. Marceau be trolling just like a Karen. Now his brother Maurice, I would say, is next in line, but he's what I consider a Darren. Okay, not a Karen, because he basically do the same thing in my opinion, but he do it behind the scenes. See, he operate, behind the scenes. Back to Marceau and his Karenicity. Now, these two episodes that just passed, who was all in the Kool-Aid and really didn't know the flavor? I'll wait. Marceau. Now, Marceau sat at the table to interrogate Tiffany, right? Which he didn't have nothing to do with nothing, right? So he wanted camera time. As long as they ain't talking about his infidelities, he okay with it, right? Okay, Martell, he had an issue with Tiffany, but Marceau and his Karenicity just wouldn't let that be between the two of them. He had everything to say to Tiffany about what she said, and the food wasn't even in the mix from jump. I just can't get over that part. Okay, so he goes on, and there he goes, making someone else's issues part of his own, right? He needed camera time, in my opinion. That's all. He needed camera time, y'all. Now, when he was in the hot seat, right, when all the allegations came up about him cheating and stuff, he had a Karenicity fit, right? He didn't want to talk about it. So he went to Carlos and talked to Carlos, and Carlos told him, say no more. Okay, say no more. We won't discuss you and your cheating ways anymore, right? Oh, but now he called himself putting his 2 cents in, right? And it's not even needed, in my opinion. Mind the business that pay you, Marceau Scott. Okay? Now, Tiffany is what I consider, she's not a Karen. She have Karen-like tendencies, in my opinion. I'm just going to say that. Okay? I think Tiffany has the assignment on the show, and her assignment is to have conversations that we all as viewers are thinking about, right? We want to know some of these things. So I think that's her position on the show. So I wouldn't say she's a Karen, but I will say this. If Marceau stopped being such a misogynistic Karen, in my opinion, he would have more time to focus on starting a real business, okay? And stop trying to fraud his way to the top. If he would stop being such a Karen, maybe he would lose the man boobs he walking around with. If he would stop being such a Karen, maybe he could build a real home and have a real storyline outside of this super fake and phony one we see each and every week, right? I could go on and on talking about him and his Karenicity, but I digress, y'all. So basically, I just want to know, will the real Karen please stand up? Let's go. Woo, Willis ain't talking about much, but I had some things to chat about. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to turn your post notification bell on so that you can be notified each and every time your girl drop a video. You hear me?